Hey everyone, it's Brandon here again for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome bipolar disorder. Now, the first thing to know when you're thinking about how do I overcome bipolar disorder is to realize that this is a lifelong condition. This is something that you will likely deal with your entire life. There are some people who say there are cures to bipolar disorder, but I have not experienced that myself. I've experienced many manic and depressed episodes, very severe ones, and I want to come to you today to give you a little bit of my story so you can know that you can overcome this too, even though it's a lifelong condition. So right now I'm 24 years old and I live on my own. I have my own business with a business partner in rental real estate. I have a full-time job that pays pretty decent for where I live and isn't too demanding. It's a doable job. It's a good job. I have great relationships with my family and friends, and there are many things that I've built over the time that I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and that happened to me when I was 18 years old, and I'm 24 now, and now I own my own business, which is still growing. It's not like it pays for me to live, but I just want you guys to see that you can have a level of success too. And it really doesn't matter all that much what happens in your manic states or your depressed states. If you do a good enough job and put enough hard work into things when you're in a normal state, which may not be all the time, it might not be very much of the time, but that's what you've got to work with, is that time when you're not manic and you're not depressed. Although mania and depression do lend themselves to more artistic endeavors and to spirituality with mania for me. But the thing is to understand that you're not always manic and you're not always depressed. And that is the time when you need to really capitalize. You need to, work very hard while you're in those times of stability, because you don't know how long they will last. I've had manic episodes, I think for the past 3 years now. I've had one each year, and they've been pretty severe. And there was a time when I didn't have really any manic episodes for a few years, and then I started using psychedelics. And psychedelics actually trigger mania in me if it's a high enough dose, pretty much all the time. So now I'm having to learn that yes, there's a lot of value in psychedelics. Yes, you can do psychedelics as a person with bipolar disorder. Yes, you can experience all the great things that people experience on them, and maybe more because of your bipolar disorder. But I learned that I have to be very careful with the dosage that I choose to take, because too high of a dose will trigger a manic episode. But what we're focusing on here isn't psychedelics, although I do in many of my other videos. I want to give you guys a framework to use so that you can benefit your own life. You're going to experience very altered states, especially if you're someone with bipolar disorder type 1. But my message to you is that you can overcome this in a sense by leveraging the time that you have when you're not manic and you're not depressed. And I think that medication is very important. There are some people with bipolar disorder who swear against medication and never use it. But I've found in my own life it does help a lot, especially with bringing me down from the mania. It doesn't help as much with the depression. It helps a little bit. I found that psychedelics help far more with the depression. But yeah, like I'm here at age 24 and I'm doing pretty well for myself, regardless of having some really monster manic episodes. Pretty much every year, I've been hospitalized for like the past 3 years. But despite all of that, I still have my own business. I still have my job. And a lot of these things come because I work very hard and I'm a very intelligent person. And when I work hard in those normal states, that's when I really create the prosperity for myself. If I was trying to, run a business when I'm manic, or depressed, I mean, I've done it, but it's a lot harder. And that's another thing too I want to mention is just because you're in a manic state or you're in a depressed state, don't limit yourself too much. Of course, you should have some limits to what you do, but don't think that you can't accomplish something. I mean, I've done many things, many productive things while manic, and many productive things while depressed. The key is using whatever state you're in to its fullest potential. And yeah, if you're in a really, really high up there manic episode, you probably can't do many normal worldly things. But you can do a percentage of them. You can do 5% of your responsibilities. And when you're really depressed, you might be able to go to work each day. It might suck. I've been in a depression for the past week and a half, 2 weeks now, and it's been pretty bad at some points. But I've still done my best to get to work each day that I could, and I didn't get to work every day. But I got to work most days, and the depression is starting to lift now. I can feel it already. I'm feeling better, and there will come a normal state of consciousness after this depression. And in that state, I will get a lot done. I will be the best version of myself because I realize that that's the time that I have to make a difference. At my job, they know that what happened with my last manic episode is I took a monster dose of LSD, and it essentially triggered a manic episode, and I was in the hospital for 10 days. And they saw all of my videos that talked about these experiences and the use of illegal drugs, and they didn't like it. But they kept me working there. And one of the key reasons they kept me working there, I'm sure, is because I do a good job. When I'm in my normal state, when I'm not manic and I'm not depressed, I do a pretty good job. And I get a lot of stuff done. And if I didn't leverage that time where I was in a normal state, if I didn't leverage that well enough, I might not have a job right now. But that's the real message, is you've got to do the most with what you're given. Yeah, you might be in a horrible depression. Yeah, you might want to kill yourself. Yeah, you might have a plan to jump off a bridge. I've had those plans too. I've felt like that too. But, like this depression was really bad, but I'm already feeling better. I just had to write it out. And with the mania, it kind of tears my life up while I'm in the hospital. Everything goes to shit. I come home, I still haven't gone through even a small percentage of the mail that I received while I was in the hospital, and I've just been letting it pile up because I was depressed and I didn't have it within me to process that stuff right then. And that's okay. It's okay. We all have limitations. We're all limited by our states. Even normal people without bipolar disorder are limited by the state that they're in. But you've just got to use each state, no matter what type of state or how strong it is, you've got to use it to your best benefit. And if you do that, I'm sure that you will be doing better in the future if you haven't been doing that already. So I hope this video helped. I hope any of you with bipolar disorder, I wish you the best. I love you guys and girls. We are kind of bonded in a way because of this illness. And that's why I love to make videos about this, and I love to try to help in whatever small way I can with you. I want to help with you. That's what half of my YouTube channel is about. It's like half videos of bipolar disorder and just trying to help people out, sharing my experiences. It all it's been a lot of work to put all this out there, but it makes my day when I read the comments and I see that my videos have helped someone. So I hope very much that this video has helped you. I know it's pretty simple advice, but I think it's also profound and very effective, and that's what I've seen in my own life. So other than that, that's everything for this video. If you enjoy what I'm talking about, and maybe check out a few of my other videos first, but subscribe and keep coming back and keep watching. And if you have any requests for a video that you'd like me to make, you can put that in the comments, and I typically do those if I feel like it's something that I can give a good insight on. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.